What is up, guys? It's me, exactly. TV sports analysts often have to say these outlandish things and make controversial statements. It's part of their job. Their main job is to entertain people and keep people watching their show. And if you're just saying the same boring things that everyone else is already saying or already knows, then you're not really going to entertain people too much because you're only telling them stuff that they already know. But if you're making those outlandish and ridiculous statements or controversial comparisons, things of that nature, then at the very least, even if people don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, they're gonna keep watching you. And that is why, for the most part, when someone like Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Nick Wright, or Colin Cowherd say something crazy, I don't pay too much attention to it because it's just entertainment. However, every once in a while, they might take things a little bit too far with some of the statements that they make. And I think that's exactly what Colin Cowherd has just done. Okay, we all know that Russell Westbrook just underwent a surgery on his knee. Now, this is nothing serious, just a microsurgery that's going to keep him out for about 4 weeks. And then after 4 weeks, he's going to be reevaluated, which is bad news, but not the worst news, since once again, it's not a major surgery and it's not going to cause him to miss much, if any, of the NBA season at all. But when Colin Cowherd was talking about Russell Westbrook and his injury, he crossed the line a little bit. I don't know how to explain what he said, so I'm just going to tell you what he said since I can't show you what he said because of copyright reasons. I tried it before. The superstar, athletically dynamic, score-first point guard is great for highlight. You can't turn them off the TV. They're so different, so unique, so fun. They win awards, they sell merchandise. But after 8-9 years, you start to notice something. They don't get very far in the playoffs, and oh, they're having surgery on their knees. I don't have a problem with most of what Colin Cowherd just said. For the most part, it was 100% fine. That's his opinion. You do you. But that last part about players like Russell Westbrook having surgeries on their knees, that's a little far. First off, he's kind of throwing some shade at a guy like Derrick Rose. Since Rose back in his day clearly didn't play too differently from Russell Westbrook. He was one of the most athletic point guards that the league has ever seen, attack the rim like no one else in the NBA, kind of like Russell Westbrook. But sadly, his knees just didn't hold out. And it's just messed up to throw shots at a player, especially subliminal shots at a player whose career was derailed by injury. And especially if that player continued to fight back to get back into the league for his love of the game. Like, how are you gonna take shots at that guy? And then to kind of allude that Russell Westbrook is starting to go through the same thing since he's now having a surgery done on his knee, that's wrong to say. But not only that, that's 100% inaccurate. Russell Westbrook isn't having surgery done on his knee because of the way he plays the game, because he's an athletic point guard that likes to attack the rim. That's not why he's having surgery. Russell Westbrook is having surgery because back in 2013 in the playoffs, Patrick Beverley dove into his knee and tore his meniscus. That got nothing to do with play style. That's Patrick Beverley being reckless. So to imply that it's Russell Westbrook's fault for being the type of player that he is, that he deserved this injury or it was bound to happen to him, not only kind of morally wrong, but it's just factually wrong too. So the thought of Kyrie Irving going to the New York Knicks has picked up a little bit of traction over the past couple of days after reports came out saying that the Knicks are going to go hard after him in free agency next summer. And this shouldn't be surprising to anyone, since throughout the course of the summer, this has been popping up over and over again, the idea of Kyrie Irving leaving the Boston Celtics for the New York Knicks in the summer of 2019. But still, it has given the NBA world at least a little bit of something to discuss in the middle of September when there's absolutely nothing to talk about in the NBA. That being said, we did get a very interesting update to this whole scenario yesterday, as one of Kyrie Irving's former teammates, J.R. Smith, gave us his opinion on whether or not he thinks Kyrie Irving is about to go to the New York Knicks or not. As after Nice Kicks posted this picture on Instagram of Kyrie Irving rocking a Knicks jersey with the caption reading, "Kyrie Irving is the Knicks' top target in 2019. What are the chances they sign him?" Kyrie Irving's former teammate J.R. Smith commented saying, "Hi." And that actually did stir up a little bit more conversation amongst NBA fans. Some saying that J.R. Smith might actually know something about Kyrie Irving's intentions in summer 2019 since they were teammates for a couple of years, and also while they were teammates, they were extremely close. And also J.R. Smith used to play in New York, so they might have been talking about, what is it like to play in New York. Kyrie Irving might have been asking questions and all of that other stuff. So it's in the realm of possibility that something like this has happened, that they have had conversation. However, there are also fans saying J.R. Smith commented, "Hi," H-I-G-H. that kind of speaks for itself, which is also a pretty good point. That is actually going to lead us to the final topic, which once again involves talks of yet another star profile athlete possibly taking his talents to the New York Knicks in the summer of 2019. This time it's Kevin Durant. And I'm sure most of you know who Ramona Shelburne is. Well, yesterday she went on a podcast and said some pretty interesting things regarding Kevin Durant. And that is that narrative, more than anything, is going to drive his decision in free agency during the summer of 2019. If KD were to leave, I think narrative has to play a factor in where he goes. Joining up with LeBron doesn't really help his narrative. He has to go somewhere like New York. I don't know if he will leave Golden State. We'll see. The one thing that he gets knocked for is joining up with Stephen Curry. He can't leave that and go play with LeBron. I don't think at any point that anyone actually think there was any plausible merit to Kevin Durant going to the Los Angeles Lakers to play alongside LeBron James. Like, that's something you think about and immediately dismiss because you know there's not even a slight chance of that happening. But I do see what she's saying here, that Kevin Durant can't jump from playing alongside Stephen Curry to playing alongside LeBron James. That won't help out his narrative or legacy in any shape, way, or form. I do want to say though that if Kevin Durant does go to the New York Knicks, it most likely means that Kyrie Irving went to the New York Knicks. I can't see KD going there without Irving being there. And if I was LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant teamed up on the New York Knicks, the place that LeBron James hated the most because of Phil Jackson. I mean, that's his ex-partner in crime teaming up with one of his biggest rivals in the league on the Knicks. Yeah, not really sure how LeBron would feel about that. Anyways, that is going to do it for everything that we had to talk about today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and smack the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos and get up to date with everything that goes on in the NBA on a daily basis, or not a daily basis yet, but it will be a daily basis once the season starts off. Thank you once again for watching though. You guys already know that you are the real MVPs, and until next time, I'm out of here. Peace!